Hi Libra, thanks for coming to my channel, Soul Light Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten. I have your love life reading for January 2017. I actually had posted this a couple of days ago, but somehow I don't know, maybe it's Mercury retrograde. I put up a Taurus reading with your spread and deleted your reading. So let's start all over. Sorry about that. Please remember these are general readings. Not all messages will apply. And even though I may say kind of specific storylines sometimes, um, even though that may not be actually what's happening in your circumstance, there's an essence and a dynamic of energetic influence that can be applied to the situations that are going on in your life in January. So try and understand the subtleties of these general readings. And if I say you experience something in a situation, it could also be the reverse, that um, I say you took something from a friend. Well, it could play out in your real life that a friend took something from you. So that's just the dynamic of what might happen in that month. So with that being said, let's begin. I used mainly for your spread this week, or for the month of January, the Italian oracle deck, the La Vera Sibilla. Pulled out 5 cards. The first card that fell out is the priest card, which is the King of Spades, and he fell out in the position of who you are, who you are, and what you do, how you present yourself to others, and or the presenting issue. And so, even though it's a man, it could be a female. This is a person who is very self-disciplined, austere in their manner or in their work, in the way they live. Austerity is what I see. So clean and tidy, professional. Legality, someone who works in a legal profession, or a scientist or a researcher. Um, but someone also who is emotionally closed off. See, they have their cloak blocking something. They block their emotions, or they block the emotions of others. But this is someone who also could be a healer, or a priest, someone morally upright and correct as well. Maybe this person represents where you're coming from. Maybe you're coming from a moral high place in January, or someone is coming across like that to you. And the next card that came out is the Six of Hearts, which is the money card, and that fell out in the position of your lover, your advice, others and their influence, and your inner motivations, or the inner motivation of others. So I'm seeing a scenario where there's a potential of someone getting involved or being involved in a relationship that is not about love. It's more about a secondary gain. Is it money? Is it sex? Is it knowledge? Is it data, intelligence, information? Is it status? Having an ulterior motive, a lover with an ulterior motive, or you have the ulterior motive with a lover. Being in it for something else. This card also represents a return of a past lover. And I do see that potential in a couple of other cards here, so that's strongly sticking out to me. And I see that in the priest card. Behind the priest there are 2 trees, and they are not blossoming. Both trees aren't blossoming. So, but they're only meeting at the lower area, the root, maybe for carnal reasons with the fire. So maybe a past lover that maybe it was an emotionally cold relationship. It was just about sex. Because I see our friends with benefits. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Um, and then in the card below the priest, there's a called the Lover card. It's the Queen of Hearts. There's two trees again. This time, the trees have matured. Some time has passed because you can see that the trees are bigger. They have branches and leaves now. And this time they intersect at a higher level than last time. So, but it's not. Um, but just like last time, both trees only intersect at a certain place and then they go off in other directions. Does that make sense to you, Libra? That's a potential. So, Libra, I think in January a lot of people assess where they are in life, see how much they've achieved, how many of their goals that they actually accomplished, and you're doing that. I think you have accumulated with the safeguard above the footman. I think you have accumulated a lot, but you're not happy with where you are. To me, I'm getting like the footman is the servant of the house, but he wants to be the owner of the house. That's much more attractive to him than just being a footman in this fine house. He wants to be the owner of that fine house. He wants to be the man of the house. So you're not where you want to be yet, and you're very unhappy about that. There's some sort of delay or setback that may have taken place in the past. Maybe it was in regards to a loss of money, or maybe taxes, because the Seven of Spades represents a lot of nasty stuff like taxes. And the Seven of Spades fell out in the card of in the position of your inner and outer security, and also your also your money situation, your finances. Okay, but this card is saying to me there's a failure to learn from past mistakes. So again, I'm seeing return of a situation that has matured, but maybe you are reluctant to get involved on a deep level, or someone is reluctant to get involved on a deep level because you're afraid of it blowing up in your face. I'm seeing a couple different things here too. I'm seeing you or your person that you're getting involved with. I think you're both shielded emotionally. I don't see love being the priority. It's more about gain of assets in January. And that's single or couple. And that's just a trend for the month. It could be just where your head's at, because there's serious accountability that's going on in regards to where you are in status in life. You're not where you want to be. And so any relationships are not priorities for you. Or you can't get your passion behind it. You're closed off emotionally. Or seem that way. gain or a gain of asset, whatever that is, to be admired, to have money, to be in charge, is what's attractive to Libra in January. There is a potential that I'm seeing of someone getting used. So if you're in a relationship or thinking about getting involved in a relationship, you know, really think twice, because somebody is impressionable. Somebody could get manipulated due to another's ulterior motives. And that doesn't have to be as bad as it sounds. But whatever it is, it's not, it's about self-gain and not about pursuit of it's not about love right now. It's about what's in it for what can I gain from this. So, gosh, I'm seeing so much in this reading. The footman, the jack of clubs. Let me just tell you what this energy is. Somebody is young in this relationship, and with the priest, somebody is older. So there could be an age gap in a relationship that you find yourself in this month, Libra, or are in, maybe between 10 and 20 years. You're both closed off and emotionally, more of a friend than a love. The footman is the younger energy, and or it could be the manipulator. He sometimes is a manipulator due to the fact that he is deep down suffers from low self-esteem caused by a trauma suffered in the past or tragedy. A shock or a loss. That could be one scenario. That could be why maybe this person won't allow you to get close to them, or they're so shielded off, so blocked off. Maybe someone is suffering is emotionally cold because they suffered a tragic loss in the past. And that's why they're so fueled and determined to gain asset, notoriety, because the friend represents notoriety. This person is a manipulator. Manipulation is not always defined in such a negative sense. This person has the power of persuasion. They can get what they want. There's a temptation. I always see the Seven of Spades as a temptation too. To do something you might regret. There's a temptation to do something, but the warning of Sibylla is with the priest card, which also represents karma and justice. Sometimes this person can be even a police officer or a judge or a jurist. So if you do want to use manipulation for some sort of secondary gain or ulterior motive, or if someone's trying to do it to you, it will come back to them. They will get caught. And that doesn't have to be like actually like getting caught and going to jail or something like that, but it could just mean just a warning. Really, it's a karmic warning. It'll blow up in your face if you do that, because it's morally not upright. So the Queen of Hearts represents, I'm thinking it's the older person in the relationship. She's looking at herself through a hazy piece of jewelry. Yes, it reflects what she looks like back to her, but it's not clear. So she's basing her appearance upon how someone else sees her or how someone else finds her attractive. So this is also a low self-esteem thing, but basing your appearance on how others see you in life. So maybe needing to work on self-esteem issues in Libra, for Libra in January, or dealing with people with low self-esteem issues. This is what makes it easy too, because the Queen of Hearts is an impressionable woman or energy, very easygoing, dependable. They want to help. Um, but because of that, she can be taken advantage of by others. So I pulled a clarification card to see what was the potential between the Queen of Hearts and the Footman, the determined energy that isn't where it wants to be, and the one that needs validation or finds validation in how others perceive them. And the card that came out is the Four of Clubs. And this card is called the Friend and the La Vera Sibilla, woman standing by a banister in the home. She represents a peaceful time at home or a peaceful time together. So these two come together and they share something. They come together, see the two trees again. Maybe it's a return lover. They come together again, and the reconciliation is peaceful and it is comfortable. So that's why I'm seeing the friend with benefit situation. I think you both get something out of this union. And this could involve sex, because fire is passion and sex. If someone's insecure in this relationship and one is a manipulator in this relationship, one can easily manipulate a situation if one wants to, or be manipulated by a situation. So that's the caution that is being revealed by Sibilla for January. That's a weird reading. Final card, the outcome card, is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And this sends the message, just reading the definition from the book, from one of my books, is there is a message to hold your head up high. So I'm feeling like there's a self-esteem message that regardless of where you find yourself in life, in your love life, in your status in life, you have to stop comparing yourself to others or allowing others to validate who you are. And hold your head up high in January. Know that you have um, accumulated a lot of treasure, wonderful things to offer the world. So know your worth, Libra, in any situation. You don't have to go low to get high. Thank you, Michelle Obama. And you don't need anyone to validate you to feel better about yourself. Know that you're worthy of anyone, and you are their equal. There's some sort of stress about money or money loss. Seven of Spades also talks to me about taxes. Um, I'm seeing, I don't know, I keep hearing tax evasions, identity theft, and also embezzlement. So I don't know where those issues come into play. It might just be for a small percentage of listeners, but because the karmic card fell out, the priest, you know, just be aware that will blow up in your face. So this card, the Three of Pentacles, and one of my definitions that that kind of felt like it applied here is not putting a real effort into something. There's a relationship between the artist and the art. There's a synergy that occurs that allows the painter to become a part of the painting as they paint it. But because it's in the reverse, feeling like you're not really connected with this creation, or this relationship. So it serves a purpose. If you're involved with someone right now, maybe it's serving its purpose, but it's not deep right now. Someone's emotionally closed off, or both. Ambitions are more important in January. I think I've said that a few times. So, and that's just the message that keeps coming back through. If this doesn't resonate with you, please look at your moon and rising sign. I find, me personally, that my sun sign readings um, really like clue me into what's going on in my mundane, everyday world, my work and career sectors. But my moon sign really hones in on what I'm going through emotionally in my love life. So maybe check your moon sign out for sure. Because I know listening to these readings requires a lot of time, so maybe check the moon sign first. I drew one oracle card to sum up this reading, and I got the from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and I got the card Imagine, but in the reverse. So it's called A Protective Message from the book, and I'll just read it to you. It says, illusions and wishful thinking rooted in a sense of lack have entered your life. Now may be the time to see things as they truly are, and not as you hoped or imagined they would be. Release any fears. Then envision anew. Perhaps you are anticipating that something fearful might happen. Maybe something might blow up in your face again if you open your heart and be emotional with something or someone. If you give your heart and passion to that, maybe maybe you're fearful of that happening, or of recreating an image that of a disaster over and over in your mind. So if someone suffered from a past loss, or they had trauma from that, and they closed themselves off, this is just how I'm seeing how this is summing up with the reading. They close themselves off because they're afraid of losing again, like that. It was so devastating. And somehow I feel like you or your partner understands that. And so they are your friend. They are there for you. They can see the treasures that you have in your heart. And they're actually another message I'm getting, I'm sorry I'm getting sidetracked. Another message I'm getting is that there's an energy that, yes, they understand, yes, they're friendly, yes, they're there for you in any way that you want to be with them, connect with them. And this time, if this is a past relationship, it connects on a deeper level, but it's still not love, or it's still not long term. It's two people meeting and then going off in two different directions, but with an understanding. This time it's more than carnal. This time it's more heartfelt, this return. But it's not long term. You still spread off in your own directions. Apply that how you will. See things clearly. Don't allow yourself to be deluded by desire for gain, or by someone's attractiveness, someone's attention, making you seeing yourself through someone else's attention and perception. Don't let yourself get used, or don't use anyone. You have all that it takes, all the knowledge, and you even have money going forward to pursue your goals. You don't have to take from anyone, and no one has to take from you. So that's my message for you this month, Libra. That was weird. I hope it applies to somebody. Please don't take offense to anything negative that I might have said. The Sibylla can sometimes bring out some dark messages, and I am just the messenger. Godspeed. See you in February. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with your friends. Happy New Year. Bye, Libra.